Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix. I've done a beginner version of this on my YouTube channel, but today I wanted to look at how to jam this at a more intermediate to advanced level, taking inspiration from the original, but also this is the most common like blues jam when guitarists get together. We've done this all the time at my in-person guitar events, and I want to show you all the tips and tricks that I'd use from open chords to soloing to the cage system, and kind of step you through it one thing at a time. I hope you're looking forward to this. You can find more help in the links in the description to my courses and where I'd recommend you go at any point if you want more of this stuff. So in this video we are going to look at this iconic opening riff, how I'd have you play it. We're going to look at basic chords but with embellishments. That little ending riff, this little ending riff. We're also going to look at the cage system way of playing these chords with the little Hendrix, almost frusciante as well. We're going to look at the Hendrix chord. We're going to look at this bit, which is again is kind of a cage system Hendrix lick. We're going to look at the solo. And we're going to look at the ending riff. And I'm doing all of this on a Mexican Fender Stratocaster 2008 model. It's going through a Boss Katana on the crunch setting with reverb on it, and the only boost or the only kind of pro bit of gear I'm really using is a Schaefer replica as a boost. So just a boosty compressor type pedal. Everything is nothing fancy here. It's all accessible to anyone. For authentic tones, I do recommend a Strat style guitar or single coil pickups on the neck pickup. I'd be going for this one. Personally, that's what I prefer. This intro is based on the easier version that we went for in a previous video of mine, but I teach like an absolute beginner version of this. But we slide from fret 3 to 5 and play the thinnest string at the same time. This is the opening riff. And we slide back, and then we play string 2 and 3, sliding with the middle finger to fret 2. So string 3 does that. Let's do all of that again. Join in with me if you're ready in 1, 2. Then I'd be going. This is our first really Hendrix thing where we go from the 7th fret on strings 2, 3, and 4 as like almost a D chord here, but we're hitting the 9th fret with the 3rd finger in a little bouncy rhythm. Da da dun da dun da dum. Kind of a little triplet thing. And then we hit the chords C, G, D, A, and E. I recommend you learn this song with the open chords first of all, but embellish them. Make sure you can do some licks with basic open chords, because then whatever song you do with basic open chords, you got some licks under your fingers. And this is the Hendrix thing, like chords, licks in between chords, and lead all kind of melded together in a wonderful little cocktail. And C major gives us the opportunity to remove the middle finger and add it on the 2nd fret of string 3. And also, just to lift it off, and we can kind of do the same thing on G either with the 1st finger, depending on how you play it. If you're at a level where this video is kind of appropriate, kind of higher intermediate level stuff. Very, what's the song? Very John Frusciante led, really. It's very inspired by that. That was Hey Ho that I played just a second ago. And then we got a D major. And there's a little slide here that's cool from the 2nd fret to fret 4. I'll link to some tab below that gives you some ideas of, some of these licks in there. But I really recommend kind of finding your own as long as it's along this style. And learn some in open position. You've got the open strings. With the 2nd fret to open strings is always safe, really. I wouldn't do too much with the 1st finger. It's all about the 2nd fret on the C major and G major. Because that's all your G major pentatonic stuff, really. D, sus2s and sus4s are what it's all about. And then when we go to A, the kind of all right now, that's why we go to... That's why we're doing that lick, and then to E. We also have this end of progression riff going, which is really cool. So that's instead of... So this would go from the kind of full progression. We go, sorry. So that is the... That's basically... This is the Whole Lot of Love riff. Or you can go however you prefer. Either way, it's 7 and 5. But then the way more Hendrixy one, because that is like the intro. It's like the intro in reverse, going 2 to 4. And the notes without the open strings ringing out. And with the open B alongside the G. And then when we go to string 2, you also hit the E. So when we go to string 3, you're hitting string 2 as well. And when we go to string 2, you're hitting string 1 as well. And that would give us... And so much to work with already, and we've mostly done all of this in open position. That's everything we've covered up until now. That's a pretty high level already if you're adding a lot of that stuff. But towards the end of intermediate and approaching advanced stuff is the chords changing from not only bar chords, but cage system chords more along the lines rather than this, going for this. This is the Hendrix way of playing a C chord, and this is based on the G cage system thing. And we can therefore hit some licks with the first, and we can basically do all that kind of thing, do it in C. And that's kind of puts us in a minor pentatonic position. So once you get your head that that's a C chord, C, 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 good, yes, C. Once you get that that's a C chord, you can do all your C major pentatonic licks in the same position. That's the key thing about it. That's when we start to really connect the stuff, and that's what the cage system gives you when you start thinking that's a C chord. Yeah. That was just the same thing 12 frets up. We can do the same thing on G. We can do the same thing on D, which is E. And then A. And your Hendrix chord. That's a little, again, this is the Hendrix John Frusciante way of playing any root 5 chord. Not with barring, because that uses up all 4 fingers and we can't play licks, so you do this. Sorry. It's pretty cool, right? Like, again, I don't think I'm particularly cool for playing it. I think Hendrix is the coolest guy that ever lived for coming up with this stuff and giving us the road map to follow. We do also have a bass riff in this, which kind of finishes the song. So if you were going to jam this with some other guys, once you played this riff a few times, that's when you know you're coming to the end of this jam, and everyone should kind of stop soloing at some point this century. But we have from the C, it then goes 0, 1, 2, 3, moves up 2 frets, moves up 2 frets again. This is the one that you'll see tab for everywhere if you search for it, but we got 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. Then it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, and then that moves up 2 frets and it's 4 finishing on E. And this kind of starts off, this is a great thing to learn about, where the bass riff isn't just plodding away. It's actually telling us what chords we're playing. So it starts on a C note because it's over a C chord. That's then playing a G because the last chord is G, and then it goes up to D, and then it goes to A, and then it goes to E. G, D, A, E. So pretty straightforward file. I'm sure you can find the tab for that. Really good finger stretching exercise. But we're now going to look at a bit of the solo, which kind of goes, and I've got my Schaefer replica on, but other than that, all the same amp settings and everything that we've done so far. And that's really as much as I want to cover properly, because this is already a long video, and I want you to improvise your own thing. But if you start off with that lick, you're kind of going, yeah, I'm doing the Hendrix thing. It gets your head on, okay, that's what, you're singing from the right hymn book. And this is a full tone whole step bend from 15th to 17th with the E note here. So this is a unison bend. It's the same thing really again. Let me do that a couple of times though, because this is the main bit. 3, 4. Let me do that again. 3, 4. All right, that was at the end. And then back to that octave. So that one more time. 3, 4. The tab's saying this is going from 7. And then from there, just to give you some other ideas, we have so, you know, there's some tab there to follow that I'll link to below, but you're really improvising at that point. If you're going for any further, think flow state, be inspired by these licks, but do your own thing over it, because it's supposed to be a loose jam. And these moments get immortalized when they're recorded by these greats on the original recording. But when they're played live, the guitarist is actually Hendrix, Clapton, all these, John Mayer, whoever else, John Frusciante. They're kind of improvising a solo based on a theme. learn to do the same thing yourself. That would be my highest recommendation. If you've enjoyed this video, check out my courses down below. Check out my live streams every Monday at andyguitar.co.uk. I really hope to see you there for more of this kind of higher level, in-depth stuff, learning from the greats like Jimi Hendrix. I hope to see you over there. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.